Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Buffalo Bills. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he stopped immediately there.
Well, this defense for the Pats, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Allen off the play fake. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 34. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Allen. Space to run past the 20. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. Flush to his right. Touchdown, Bills. Isaiah McKenzie. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Patriots nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Now Jones.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. That's caught by Penny. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Penny running right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get this out wide to Penny. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level. 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they...
Touchdown, Patriots! Jonnu Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, he'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Breida. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, yeah.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A.J. Brown, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Allen now on first down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. Check down to Breida. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Pats at the line ready to go. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 39, Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely on line. It just needs a little more oomph behind it. And it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Flushed out right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Now Jones. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. Leaves it for Penny. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Wilson. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice...
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. On the handoff, this is Breida. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Allen now looks to throw. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now a give running left is Breida. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Dancing, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. Allen will try to throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now Jones. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 30-yard line. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 27, Wilson. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing is Wilson. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. His first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. From midfield, here's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Breida, he'll try the right side. And some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Well, Matt Breida actually had the fastest play of 2019, hitting 22.3 miles an hour on an 83-yard touchdown run, and he was moving here too. Extra point by Bass, up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Emmanuel Ogbah picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
On second down, a run with Breida.
73 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Allen to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a give to Penny. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 5 now. Wilson. He's got Smith here.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And the Bills are going to recover.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down and 7. They run again with Breida. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
That's good for Patriots. 1st down.
Wilson to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big 2nd half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the 1st half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the 2nd half.
So for Buffalo, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts.
Meanwhile, for New England, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.